Hey everyone, it's me, Sarah, your Christian forgiveness coach, and you're listening to Forgive Everyone for Everything Every Day Right Away, episode number 42, Forgiveness and People Pleasing. Calling all people pleasers and control freaks. Yes, recovering people pleaser and control freak. um, when I heard one of my mentors say that people pleasers are liars, it kind of stopped me in my tracks. At first, I was like, whoa, that's kind of harsh. But then I thought about it for a minute and I realized, dang it, it's kind of true. People pleasing, and the way that I'm talking about it, is when we truly don't want to do something and we do it anyway because we think it will make someone else happy. So, keeping in mind, this is different than doing something that maybe you're not super excited about doing, but you choose to do it for someone you love. That is not people pleasing. That's just choosing to do something for someone you love because you want to. The people pleasing that I'm talking about is when we really don't want to do something and we do it anyways as a means to try to control how someone else thinks or feels. Okay. So, people pleasing is trying to like make someone else happy, so to speak, but oftentimes at our own expense. So it can build up resentment and bitterness and a lack of self confidence when we repeatedly do this. Why? Because it doesn't work. We people please because we think we are going to control someone else's feelings, but that is never true. We cannot do that. The things that we say or do, they do not control how other people think and feel. So when we people please, we tend to actually self sabotage our own feelings, our own desires, our own goals. So it's no wonder trying to control things feels as bad as it does. And we hide behind kind of being kind and helpful and accommodating. And we think it's serving others to people please, but we're doing so like at our own expense. And that's not serving. So I'm not saying we stop being kind and helpful and serving others, of course not. But if we're people pleasing, then we're doing it wrong. And we'll know by how we feel. So pay attention to how you feel. So, if you're still not sure if you're people pleasing, here's some kind of indicators. Do you find yourself saying yes to things you really don't want to do, but you feel kind of burdened or pressured or obligated or guilty if you don't? Do you find yourself trying to kind of keep the peace and not upset anybody or step on anyone's toes? Are you apologizing a lot for just being yourself? Do you tend to kind of mirror the people around you to the point of like not even really knowing who you are or what you actually want? Are you afraid to speak up for yourself? So another reason that we people please is we're trying to get people to like us. Now, of course, this is normal to want to do this. We are designed to be a part of a community. We want to belong. We want to be, part of the tribe. So it's actually a survival instinct. It's totally normal. But just notice, are you people pleasing? And are you actually attracting the people that you want in your life? Because you're probably not if you're doing it through people pleasing methods. So think about it. When we do something we don't want to do so that others will like us, as if we have any control over that in the first place, but we become kind of like this false version of ourselves. And then we expect that other person to like the false version of ourselves, really. So really, they end up liking us for the people pleasing thing that we did that we didn't even want to do. And then so it's like, are they like a version of us that we actually aren't, that we don't even want to be? So that's so fascinating to think about, right? Wouldn't you rather attract people to you by being yourself? So just notice if you're people pleasing to try to fit into a community because you think that's where you get your worth from. That's really important because it's not. So maybe wondering, like, how do you stop people pleasing? First thing is you've got to understand that you are 100% worthy right now. as you are, period. Non-negotiable. Never think again that you're not worthy because of what anybody else thinks of you. So another way is you've got to like figure out what it is that you actually want. Are you doing what you want? Do you even know what you want? How much time do you spend thinking about what you want versus what you think other people want? So if you don't, like, yeah, I recommend spending some time thinking about that and figuring that out. Just kind of a silly example. If you don't know, like you got to try some things to figure that out. Um, Silly example being, you're not sure if you want to be a rock climber, let's say. So there's only one way to find out. Go rock climbing. If you love it, great. You found some community. If you don't, and people that rock climb think you're crazy because you don't like it, like who cares? Rock climbing's not for everyone. Try surfing next. Keep going until you find what you love and you find your community. So I'm going to tell you that when you decide to stop people pleasing, I promise you it's going to be very, very uncomfortable. But I always say, like, amen to that, because when you stop people pleasing, it will bring up a lot of your stuff. But I think that's a good thing. It means growth. So I would say be willing to get uncomfortable and be willing to let go of the rock climbers, so to speak, who maybe don't want to hang out with you anymore. So it's so much more fun to be in relationships where we do stay true to ourselves. We do our thing, we show up the way we want to show up, we like our reasons for it, and we let other people have their opinions about it with no judgment, no agenda, and no need to control them. And of course, not making it mean anything about us if they don't like it. So, not people pleasing, it doesn't mean that we don't care. It doesn't mean that we don't love people. It doesn't mean we don't want other people to be happy, but we can still love other people and say no. Trust me, it's okay. We can do it. I promise you. We can love them and still not be in a relationship with them. We can love them even if they don't like us. Their opinion of us and what we do is not about us. And quite frankly, it's none of our business. We can love them even if they're mad because we didn't do what they wanted us to do. Love is always an option. And remember, it's always the best one. Yes, it's challenging, but let's do this. Let's show the people how it's done. And let's do it with love. Until next time, bye.